Today we study the combination of Cetas and Cetasikas, the Saṅgaha method. Now, Saṅgaha method is Ceta Cetasika combination. First, you have the Ceta, and then you find out how many Cetasikas are associated with that Ceta. So, if you are familiar with the Sampayoga method, Cetasika Ceta combination, then the Saṅgaha method is not difficult. And if you have this chart with you, it's all the more easier. You just have to reach the chart across. Now, in the manual, the Saṅgaha method is described beginning with the supramundane Cetas. Then it goes back to Mahakata Cetas, Kamavachara Cetas, and then Akusala Cetas and Ahituka Cetas. So the order given there, described there is not the same order as this chart. But I think this chart is easier to follow. So we will look at the chart and find out how many Cetasikas are associated with particular Ceta. Now, first, you make yourself familiar with the Cetas, Lobha, Mula, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. I think you are already familiar. And then the Cetasikas above, Sabbacita, Sadharana, all universals, and then Vitaka, Vichara, and so on. So now let us find out how many Cetasikas go with Lobha Mula first Ceta. Now, Lobha Mula first Ceta is accompanied by what feeling? Somanasa feeling. And then it is associated with what view? Wrong view. So, Somanasa, wrong view. And the first Ceta is prompted or unprompted? Unprompted. Right. Now let us see the Cetasikas. Seven universals. They will always be with every Ceta. So we don't have to worry about them. And then Vitaka, okay, right? Vichara, Adhimokkha, Viriya, Piti, Chanda. So all 13 Cetasikas are associated with Lobha Mula first Ceta. And then among the 14 akusala Cetasikas, the first 4, Moha, Ahirika, Anotapa, and Odhaja. They are what? Akusala universals. So they will arise with every type of akusala Ceta. So we take those 4. And then what comes next? Lobha. Since it is Lobha Mula Ceta, since it has the Lobha as Mula, it must be accompanied by Lobha. Right. Then what about Ditti? Since it is accompanied by wrong view, we get Ditti. And then what about Mana? No, why? Mana and Ditti cannot arise together and cannot arise at the same time together. Why? Because, give me a simile. Like what? Mana and Ditti cannot coexist. Why? They are like two lions. Two lions of the same strength, which cannot live in the same cave. Right? Okay. So we do not get mana. Then what about dosa, isa, machariya, kukuja? No. They arise with 2 dosa mula cetas only. Okay. And then next Tina and Midha. They will not accompany those that are unprompted. So we do not get Tina and Midha. And Vicikiccha, doubt. No, it is Vicikiccha accompanies only one type of consciousness out of 89 or 121. So we do not get Vicikiccha. Then do we have to worry about Sobhana Cetasikas?
No.
No, because these are Akusala Cetas. So we don't have to look at these 25 Cetasikas. So we have to look only the first 13 and then second 14, altogether 27. So among 27, we will have to find out which are not which do not accompany Lobha Mula Ceta and which accompany. So with Lobha Mula Ceta, the first Lobha Mula Ceta, there are how many Cetasikas? 19 Cetasikas. So if we get that 119, then the others will become easy. So you may subtract one out of them or add something to it, just that. Okay, now the second Ceta. The second Ceta is accompanied by what feeling? Somanasa feeling, associated with Deity, wrong view, and prompted or unprompted? Prompted. So if it is prompted, it must be accompanied by Tina and Midha. So 19 plus Tina and Midha 2, we get 21. So the second Lobha Mula Ceta is accompanied by 21 Cetasikas. And you can just tell which Cetasikas they are. 13 common to others, or 13 Anya Samanas, right? And then Moha, Erika, Anotaba, Odhaja, Lobha, Ditti, and then Tina Veda. It's easy. When you have this chart, it's very easy. Yeah. But if you lose it, it will be very difficult, right? Okay, the third Ceta. What is the third Ceta? With what feeling? Somanasa. With or without wrong view? Without wrong view. So you will not get deity here. So if you do not get deity, who will come in? Mana will come in. So we still get 19, right? So 13 Anya Samanas, Moha, Ahirika, Anuttapa, Udhaja, Lobha, no deity, Mana. That's all. 19. Then the fourth. The fourth is prompted or unprompted? Prompted. So with the fourth, we add Tina and Midha. So 21 again, right? So 19, 21, 19, 21. Okay. Now we come to the fifth. The fifth citta is accompanied by what feeling? Upekkha feeling. Since it is accompanied by upekkha feeling, can we get piti? No. So we take piti out. So from among 13 we get only 12. The others are the same, right? So moha, hirika, anottappa, uddhacca, lobha, ditthi, right? So 18. That means 19 minus piti, 1, right? Then the sixth citta. It is prompted or unprompted? Prompted. So add 2, right? T9 meter add 2 and you get 20. Okay. Then the seventh one. With upekkha. With or without deity? 7. Without deity. Right? Prompted or unprompted? Unprompted. So among 13, from among 13 we get 12 without piti. And then moha, hirika, anottappa, uddhacca, lobha, no deity but mana. So 18. And then the eighth, or the last of the lobha mula cettas. So it is accompanied by upekkha feeling and not accompanied by deity. And it is prompted. So 12 plus 4 plus lobha 1 and then mana and T9 meter. So we get 20, right? Okay, very easy now. So now if you want to memorize 19, 21, 19, 21, 18, 20, 18, 20, right? Good. Okay, next two, dosa mula. So they have dosa as mula. Since they have dosa as mula, they will not have lobha. They will not have deity, they will not have mana. But they will have dosa, isa, macchariya, kukunya. Okay, now let us see. Will they have piti?
No.
No. So from 13 we get 12 without piti. And then moha, ahirika, anottappa, uddhacca. Yes, because they accompany every type of akusala consciousness. And then no lobha, no deity, no mana. But we have dosa, isa, macchariya, kukunya. So altogether 12 plus 8, 20. Because this is unprompted. The next one is prompted. So add 2 and we get 22. Very smooth today, huh? So the first moha mula citta, accompanied by what?
Upekkha.
Yes, upekkha and doubt, vicikiccha, right? Yes. But here, doubt and resolution are different. I mean, are opposite to each other. So they cannot coexist. So we have to leave out Abhidhammattha, right? Abhidhammattha is this decision or resolution. So doubt is wavering. So they are not compatible with each other. So we take out Abhidhammattha and piti and also what? Chanda, desire or coordination. Now desire, chanda is something like active. But moha mula cettas are very diluted cettas and so they are not strong. So chanda is said to not said to accompany true moha mula cettas and all ahituka. Jaitas. So, for the first Mohamula Jaita, we get only 10 from the 13, right? So 13 minus Adhimokkha, Piti, and Chanda, right? And then 4 Akusala universals, yes. And then Lobha, Deity, Mana, no. Dosa, Esa, Machariya, Kukuja, no. Chinamida, no. But we have Vicikiccha. So altogether, how many? 10 plus 4 plus 1, 15. So the first Mohamula Jaita is accompanied by 15 Jaitasika. Now the next one, the last of the Akusala Jaitas, accompanied by what feeling? Ubekha feeling. Is it accompanied by doubt? No. But by what? Agitation, right? Restlessness. Kukuja. No, Uddhaja. Uddhaja, not Kukuja. Kukuja is for Dosa Mula. So, here there is Adhimokkha, but there is no Piti and no Chanda. So, how many do we get from the 13? 11. 11 plus Akusala universal 4, 15. Only 15. So, both Mohamula Jaitas have 15 Jaitasikas each, but they are not the same, right? So with the first Jaita, there is no Adhimokkha, but there is Vicikiccha. With the second Jaita, there is Adhimokkha, but no Vicikiccha. So the first Mohamula Jaita is accompanied by 15 Jaitasikas, and second also accompanied by 15 Jaitasikas. So with regard to Akusala Jaitas, we have to look at only two groups, right? Anya Samana and Akusala. We have to look among 27 Jaitasikas only. We don't have to worry about the other 25. Now we come to rootless consciousness. How many rootless consciousness are there? 18. And how are they divided? 7. I'm refreshing your memory. So, 3 groups. The first group is Akusala Vipaka, right, resulted. And the second group, Kusala Vipaka, resultant of Kusala. And the third one, Ahituka Kiriya. Right? So the first 2 are Vipaka, resultant, and the last Kiriya. Okay. Now what are Dvipanja Vijnana Jaitas? Now in the chart you see Dvipanja Vijnana. What are they? 10 Jaitas connected with senses, right? Seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching. So each has 2. So there are 10. Dvi means 2, Panja means 5. So 2, 5 consciousnesses. So please remember the chart with circles also. Now, seeing consciousness, whether it is the result of Akusala or Kusala. So seeing consciousness is accompanied by how many Jaitasikas?
7.
Only 7, the universal 7. And they are not accompanied by any other Jaitasikas. So only 7. The same with hearing consciousness, smelling consciousness, tasting consciousness, touching consciousness. So with all these, say, 10 Cetas, there are only 7 Cetasikas. Only 7 Cetasikas accompany these Cetas, these 10 Cetas. Eye consciousness, ear consciousness, and so on. And then the next one is what? Sampatichana. How many Sampatichana Cetas are there? 2. One from Akusala Vipaka and the other from Kusala Vipaka. And what feeling? Ubbeka feeling. Okay. So Sampatichana Ceta 2 are accompanied by how many Cetasikas? 10 Cetasikas, right? So 7 plus Vitaka, Vichara, and Adhimokkha. Piti, Viriya, Piti, and Chanda do not arise with them. Viriya is also strong and active, and Ahituka Cetas are not strong enough. They are rootless, and so they are like a tree without a root, so they are not strong. And since they are accompanied by Ubbeka feeling, there can be no piti. And since they are weak, Chanda does not accompany them. So with 2 Sampatichana Cetas, there are only how many Cetasikas? 10 Cetasikas. 7 universals and Vitaka, Vichara, Adhimokkha. Then Santirana. There are 3 Santirana Cetas. One is accompanied by Somanasa and 2 accompanied by Ubbeka. Okay, now 2 accompanied by Ubbeka. How many Cetasikas? The same 10, right? So 7 universals, Vitaka, Vichara, and Adhimokkha. But with Somanasa, Santirana, there is only one Santirana accompanied by Somanasa. So with that, how many Cetasikas? What do you add? Piti. Since it is accompanied by Somanasa, Piti also arises with it. So we add Piti and we get 11 Cetasikas. Next, Panchadwara Vajjana. 5 sense door adverting. Accompanied by what feeling? Ubbeka feeling. Okay. So Panchadwara Vajjana has only how many Cetasikas? 10. Universal 7, Vitaka, Vichara, and Adhimokkha. Then the next one is Manodwara Vajjana, mind door adverting. So with mind door adverting, how many Cetasikas? 11 Cetasikas. Now here, Viriya accompanies Manodwara Vajjana. Now Manodwara Vajjana has 2 functions, or we have not come to the functions yet. So it will be explained in the 3rd chapter. So Manodwara has 2 functions. When it arises in 5 sense doors, it is called what? What kavana? Right? Determining consciousness. Determining consciousness is Manodwara Vajjana. Oh, you may not know it yet, because it involves a thought process. But I think you're familiar with the thought process, right? At least one thought process. So it's okay. Then Manodwara Vajjana has 2 functions. When it arises through 5 sense doors, it is called determining. And when it arises through mind door, it is called Manodwara Vajjana. And it has the function of turning towards the object. So it has a function of adverting. So Manodwara Vajjana is accompanied by Viriya also. Those that arise in Manodwara are stronger than those that arise in five sense doors. Okay, the last one. Smile producing, hasitopada. You are going to smile, so there will be piti, right? Okay, so 7 universals, vitaka, vichara, adhimokkha, virya, piti. Only chanda is missing there. So altogether how many jetisikas? 12 jetisikas. So 12 jetisikas arise with hasitopada, smile producing consciousness. Smile producing consciousness arises only in the minds of arahants, in the minds of Buddhas, in the minds of Pacceka Buddhas, and in the minds of arahants. So the Ahetuka Chetas have the least number of jetisikas arising with them compared with other chetas like akusala chetas or coming chetas, kama, vajra, kusala, and so on. So with regard to ahituka chetas, we have to look only which group? Only among first group, right? Anya samana group. So we don't have to worry about akusala cetasikas and sobhana cetasikas. So we look at only the 13 cetasikas and find out which ones accompany which ceta. So they are not difficult. Everything is not difficult today. So next we come to Kama Vajra Chetas, Kama Vajra Sobhana Chetas. How many of them are there? Kama Vajra Sobhana? 24. 8 Kusala, 8 Vipaka, and 8 Kiriya. Now here, the first and the second are put together. So 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. So if you want to stretch it out, you can say Kama Vajra Kusala 1, Kama Vajra Kusala 2, Kama Vajra Kusala 3, and so on. Now I have to put them together here so that the chat does not run out of paper. So Kama Vajra Kusala first and second. Now the first Kama Vajra Kusala Cheta, accompanied by what feeling? Somanasa feeling, and associated with knowledge, jnana, right? Somanasa sahagata, jnana samsayuta, right? And then unprompted or prompted? Unprompted. And then unprompted, right? And the second Chitta, accompanied by Somanasa, with jnana or without jnana? With jnana. Okay. So that's why they are joined together here. So for these two Chetas, how many Cetasikas arise with them? 38 Cetasikas, right? Yeah. Which are the 38? 13 Anya Samanas, 13 common to others, and then 25 Sobhana Cetasikas. All 25 Sobhana Cetasikas arise with Kama Vajra Kusala first and second. Because they are accompanied by jnana, Panindriya is also there, right? Okay. Now, we say that Kama Vajra Kusala, the first and the second Kama Vajra Kusala Chetas are accompanied by 38 Cetasikas. But can all 38 Cetasikas arise at the same time?
No.
Why? What about Viriti? Right? What about Appamanya? virities are unfixed adjuncts, right? That means they arise only when there is occasion for them. Only when there is an occasion for refraining from akusala, from refraining from wrongdoing, do they arise. So, three virities may or may not arise with these two chetas. But here we count all that can arise with these chetas. But at one time, at a given time, these chetas cannot be accompanied by all 38 cetasikas. Right? Three virities may not arise with these at all. Right? When you are paying homage to the Buddha, they will not arise in your mind. Right? Only when you refrain from killing, only when you refrain from telling a lie, only when you refrain from wrong livelihood do they arrive. And even when they arrive one at a time. When there is right speech, there are no right action and right livelihood. So even when they arise, they can arise only one at a time with karma-vajra chetas. And the next two, appamanya also, karuna and mudita. Karuna and mudita also, they may or they may not arise with these two chetas. Although there is dosa, right? Or there is metta, it's okay. So karuna and mudita arise only when you practice karuna, only when you practice mudita. So when you are studying like this, when you are paying homage to the Buddha, there is no karuna or mudita. So they may or may not arise with the kama vajra kusala chetas. And even when they arise, can they arise together? No. Karuna and mudita? No. When karuna arises, mudita cannot. And when mudita arises, karuna cannot. Why?
Not the same object.
Because they have different objects. Karuna takes beings in suffering, beings in distress, right? But mudita takes beings in success, beings in happiness. So their objects are different. So when their objects are different, they cannot arise together at the same time. So even if they arise, they will arise only one at a time. So can you tell me how many cetasikas always arise with kama vajra kusala 1 and 2?
34.
Okay. So how many cetasikas always arise with kama vajra kusala 1 and 2?
33.
38 minus 5. Only 33. So 33 cetasikas, that is other than 3 virities and 2 appamanyas. So these 33 cetasikas always arise with kama vajra kusala. Say first and second.
What does prompted and unprompted refer to here if we don't have tina?
Yeah, because there is no tina and metta to bother about. Yeah. So whether it is prompted or unprompted, the number of the cetasikas is the same. So only 33 cetasikas arise always. Every time these cetas arise, they will arise. At one time, how many cetasikas at most can arise?
34.
34. That means one of those 5, right? When there is right speech, there is only right speech. no right action, no right livelihood, no karuna, compassion, no mudita, sympathetic joy. So among these 5, only one can arise at a time. So at most, there can be only 34 cetasikas with them. Always, there are only 33 cetasikas with them. But if we add all the cetasikas that can arise with Kamavajra Kusala, first and second, we get 38. So we must understand this. Okay. The rest is easy. Third and fourth Kamavajra Kusala, they are not accompanied by Panya, right? They are not accompanied by Jnana. They are Jnana Vipayoda. So since they are Jnana Vipayoda, we have to subtract or leave out Panyendriya, the last one. So there are only 37 cetasikas arising with them. Here also 3 Vriddhis and 2 Abhamanyas arise sometimes only, and when they arise, one at a time. And fifth and sixth, what feeling? Ubekha feeling. Since they are accompanied by Ubekha feeling, no piti. So 38 minus piti, again 37. So number 3 and 4 arise with 37 cetasika, and number 5 and 6 also arise with 37 cetasikas. Although the number is the same, 37, the individual cetasikas are different. The difference is what? With piti, without jnana, right? And without piti, with jnana. And then 7 and 8, they are accompanied by ubekha, so no piti. Are they accompanied by jnana? No. Then you have to take both out, right? So without piti and without jnana, you get only 36. So Kamavajra Kusala, number 7 and number 8 are accompanied by 36 cetasikas. So 38 minus piti and jnana or panyendriya. Okay, Kamavajra Vipaka. Again, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. So 1 and 2 are accompanied by jnana, 3 and 4 without jnana, 5 and 6 with jnana, without piti, 7 and 8 without piti, without jnana. Okay. Now Kamavajra Vipaka first and second. 13 Anya Samana cetasikas, and then 19 Sobhana Sadharana. But no Viditi, no Appamanya. Why? When I met people in this country, they always ask me, why? So today, I'm asking you why. So why? Now, Viditi.
Resultant doesn't have resultant and like decision at all.
It is said that Viditi, if they are mundane, have the nature of kusala. When do they arise? Only when you refrain from, say, wrongdoing, right? Only when you refrain from killing, when you refrain from telling a lie, when you refrain from wrong livelihood, do they arise. So when you refrain from killing, you get kusala, not vipaka. So the viritis, when they arise with mundane chetas, have the nature of kusala. That is why they do not arise with vipaka cetas. Okay. What about the appamanya, karuna and mudita? Do they arise?
No.
No. Why?
So they receive without
Yes.
receiving.
Now, it is said that kama vachara vipaka cetas take the kama vachara object only. When we come to the third chapter, the section on objects, they will understand that. The kama vachara vipaka cetas take only the objects that are called kama vachara. That means 54 kama vachara cetas, 52 cetasikas, and 28 rupas. So they take those things only as object. Now, kama vachara kusala can take many more objects. But kama vachara vipaka can take only objects that are called kama vachara objects. Since they take only kama vachara objects, karuna and mudita cannot arise with them. What object does karuna take? Compassion. What does it take as an object? Beings, right? So here beings means concept of being, panyat, not ultimate reality. So, karuna and mudita take panyati or concept as object. And kama vachara vipaka cetas take kama vachara objects as objects. So their objects are different. Now when we divide the objects, we divide them into kama vachara object, say rupa vachara object, arupa vachara object, and so on. And so here, kama vachara vipaka cetas take only kama vachara objects as objects. And kama vachara objects means 54 kama vachara cetas, 52 cetasikas, and 28 rupas. But karuna and mudita take the concept of beings. So when you take being as an object, that being is not ultimate reality. Right? Being is a concept. What is real in that being is nama and rupa or five aggregates, right? So when we say a being, when we take a being as an object, or a man as an object, a woman as an object, we are taking the concept as an object and not taking the reality. So karuna and mudita take concept as object. But kama vachara vipaka cetas take kama vachara object as objects. So their objects are different. That is why they cannot arise. The karuna and mudita cannot arise with kama vachara vipaka cetas. So both viriti, 3 viriti cetasikas and 2 abhidhamma cetasikas cannot arise with kama vachara vipaka cetas. So we have only how many cetasikas going along with the first and the second?
33.
Only 33. So 13 Anya-samana cetasikas, 19 Sobhana Sadharana cetasikas, and the last one Panya or Panya intelligence. So only 33. Number 3 and number 4. You know what to subtract?
Yeah.
Yeah. No Panya, right? So 32. Then number 5 and number 6.
32.
Without piti, but with panya. So again 32. Then number 7 and number 8. Without piti, without panya. So 31 only. So 33 Actually, 33, 33, 32, 32, 32, 32, 31, 31. Next. Kama Vajra Kiriya. Again, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. With Kama Vajra Kiriya, only viridities do not arise, but Appamanya, Karuna and Mudita can arise with them. Arahants can practice Karuna, right? They can practice Mudita. They not only they can, they do practice Karuna and Mudita. Buddhas practice Karuna and Mudita. So Karuna and Mudita arise with Kama Vajra Kiriya, Chetas. So the object of Kama Vajra Kiriya Chetas are not limited to Kama Vajra object only, as it is with Kama Vajra Vipaka Chetas. So the first and the second Kama Vajra Kriya Chetas are accompanied by how many Cetasikas? 35 Cetasikas. Only three viridities are missing. For the same reason, they do not arise with Kama Vajra Kriya, because they have the nature of kusala. Is there an occasion for an arahant to refrain from killing? No. They have cut off this inclination to these wrongdoings altogether when they attain arahantship, right? So they don't have to refrain from, like other persons do. So viridities do not arise with Kama Vajra Kriya Chetas, or viridities do not have the nature of Kiriya, they have the nature of Kusala. So they do not arise with Kama Vajra Kiriya Chetas. Then, first and second Kama Vajra Kiriya Cheta. How many Cetasikas go along with them? 35, right? So 13 plus 19, and then so the first and second Kama Vajra Kriya Chetas are accompanied by 35 Cetasikas. 38 minus 3. And then the third and fourth, minus what?
Panya.
Minus Panya, so 34. And fifth and sixth, minus Piti, but with Panya. So again, the number is 34. And then the seventh and eighth, minus both Piti and Panya, so 33. So 35, 34, 34, 33. Okay. Next, what? Rupa Vajra. So we go by jhanas and not by kusala, vipaka and kiriya. If you want to go by kusala, vipaka and kiriya, we can do so. No. Right? So please remember the dots. So you see 3 columns with 5 each, right? So the top one is what? The first column is kusala. The second column, vipaka. The third column, kiriya. And the first of the first column, first jhana. And then down, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana, fifth jhana. And also across, first jhana vipaka, first jhana kiriya, right? So there are 3 first jhana chetas. 1 kusala, 1 vibhaka,
And 1
1
kriya.
kriya. Similarly, 3 second jhana chetas, 3 third, 4th, 5th jhana chetas. Okay. Now, Rupa Vajra first jhana cheta. So there are 3. They are accompanied by how many cetasikas? 35. And which are the 35? 13 Anya Samana cetasikas,
19.
and 19
Sobana.
Sobana Sadharana cetasikas. But without
No virati.
virati. Again, why? Why? Because their objects are different. First jhana, let's say, huh? What object do they take? First jhana. You have not come to the section on objects, and so you don't know yet. Now, jhanas take concepts as object. For example, a person practices kasina, right? So he memorized this kasina, and when he has memorized and he can see that kasina clearly in his mind, it becomes a concept. And that concept becomes the object of first jhana. So first jhana takes kasina sign or kasina concept of kasina as object, and there are other objects too, all are panyati. Now, viriti takes what? Something to transgress, killing, right? Lying or having a wrong livelihood. So they take a different object than the jhanas. Jhanas take concepts as object, but the viritis take something to be what shall I say? Something to be transgressed, something to be broken. So since their objects are different, they cannot arise with jhana chetas. So there are no viritis with jhana chetas. And also, just by getting concentration, so you practice meditation, and just by getting concentration, you get jhanas. So you don't have to deliberately refrain from killing, lying, and livelihood, a wrong livelihood. So you don't need any viritis to attain jhanas. So the viritis do not arise with jhana. Then karuna and mudita. Karuna and mudita arise with jhana chetas. You can get first jhana practicing karuna, practicing mudita. You can get second, third, fourth jhana practicing karuna and mudita. So they arise with jhana chetas. But viritis do not arise with jhana chetas. So 13 plus 19 plus, right? 2 plus 1. Panya always accompany all these chetas, jhana chetas and lokutra, supramante chetas. So there are 35 cetasikas arising with Rupa Vajra first jhana. With Rupa Vajra second jhana, how many cetasikas?
34.
34, one less. And which is that one?
Vitaka.
Vitaka. Because
No.
that person doesn't want vitaka, right? So he practiced meditation to eliminate vitaka, and as a result, his jhana is without vitaka. So without vitaka 34. And then third jhana without both vitaka and vichara. So 33. Fourth jhana,
32.
vitaka, vichara and piti. Now it is strange here. Fourth jhana is accompanied by what? Somanasa or ubeka?
Sumanasa.
Somanasa. But there is no piti here, right? That is because a person who has attained the third jhana wants to get the fourth jhana, right? So in order to get the fourth jhana, he must find fault with piti. He thinks that piti is shaking, piti is not as peaceful as sukha and ubeka. So he tries to eliminate piti. So as a result of his meditation, when the jhana arises, there is no piti with it, but still it is accompanied by somanasa. So, although the fourth jhana is accompanied by somanasa, there is no piti with it. So here piti is eliminated by force of meditation, by force of practice, not by its own nature. So by force of practice, piti is eliminated. That is why piti cannot arise with fourth jhana. So how many chirisikas? 32 only. Then the fifth jhana, the three fifth jhana chetas. How many?
30.
30. Oh, Karuna and Mudita are gone here. Right? No Karuna and Mudita. Right?
Right. No.
Yeah. The fifth jhana is accompanied by ubeka. Right? Karuna and Mudita are accompanied by somanasa. So they cannot arise with the fifth jhana. So you take out 2, and so 32 minus 2, we get 30 chedasikas. So when you practice, now there are 4 sublime states of Brahma Viharas, right? So when you practice Metta, what jhanas can you get? First jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana. Yeah. When you practice Karuna, how many jhanas? Say, first, second, third, fourth. Mudita,
Same.
fourth. Ubekha, fifth, right? So the fifth jhana is accompanied by ubekha, and so there is no piti, and also no karuna and mudita. So it is accompanied by only 30 chedasikas. Now, the fifth jhana is accompanied by ubekha, right? That ubekha is feeling ubekha. Right? But ubekha among the Brahma Vihara is what? I don't want you to be confused. You confuse these two, right? So ubekha as Brahma Vihara is what? Tatra Majjatata, right? Yeah. So the fifth jhana is accompanied by ubekha feeling. And there is also Tatra Majjatata. And that Tatra Majjatata is so developed that it becomes a Brahma Vihara. Okay, Arupa Vajra Chetas, all 12 are put together here. If you want to go one by one, you can. Here, Arupa Vajra, how many Arupa Vajra Chetas are there? 12. 4 Kusala, 4 Vipaka, and 4 Kiriya. Can you tell me the names of each one? In English? Infinite space. first consciousness, right? And then nothingness, right? And then neither perception nor non-perception. And Arubhavajra Chetas, all 12 Arubhavajra Chetas are reckoned as which jhana?
Fifth jhana.
Fifth jhana. Why? You will hear too many whys today. So why? Fifth jhana. They are included in fifth jhana, right? Because they have only 2 jhana factors, right? We will see it now, right now. They have only 2 jhana factors. Well, what are the 2 jhana factors? Upekha and Ekaggata. Okay. Now we will find Upekha and Ekaggata in the Cetasikas. So 12 Arubhavajra Cetas are accompanied by 30 Cetasikas. Right. Huh? So, and they are all accompanied by feeling Upekha, right? Upekha feeling, and also they are accompanied by the jhana factor, Ekaggata. Where do you find Upekha and Ekaggata in this chart?
Ekaggata on Sappajitana Sadhana.
Yeah. Ekaggata is among Sabbajita Sadhana, the first 7. And where is Upekha? Feeling Upekha.
In Vinana, Vinya, Virana, yeah.
So where?
In Sabana.
It's the same 7 Cetasikas. Right? You find both of them in 7 Cetasikas, right? So the 2 jhana factors are among the 7 Sabbajita Sadhana, 7 universal Cetasikas. Okay. So they are like 5th jhana, so they are also accompanied by 30 Cetasikas. And those 30 are 13 minus Vitaka, Vichara, and Piti. So 11. And then 19. And then no Virati, no Apamanya, but Panya. So we get 30 Cetasikas. Now next group. Sotapatti Magga, Sakadagami Magga, Anagami Magga, Arahata Magga. And then the bracket, and first, second, third, fourth, fifth. I've told you how to read this portion, right? So Sotapatti Magga, first jhana, Sotapatti Magga, second jhana, Sotapatti Magga, third, fourth, fifth jhana. Then Sakadagami Magga, first jhana, and so on, fifth jhana. Then Anagami Magga, first jhana, until fifth jhana, and Anagami Magga, and so on. So there is only one Sotapatti Magga, first jhana Ceta. Right? Sotapatti Magga, that means the first column, right? And there is only one first jhana Ceta. Right? Yeah. Now, the number given as 4 means Sotapatti Magga, Sakadagami Magga, Anagami Magga, Arahata Magga. So that means first jhana, 4 first jhana Cetas. That is Sotapatti Magga, Sakadagami Magga, Anagami Magga, Arahata Magga, and so on. Now let us take the first one. The first one is Sotapatti Magga, first jhana Ceta. How many Cetasikas go with it? 36. So So all 13 Anyasamanas, and then 19 Sobhana Sadharanas, and then Viriti 3. You remember that viritis, when they arise with Lokuttara Cetas, how do they arise?
They write together.
They arise together and they arise
Same time.
always.
Always.
Yeah? Whenever a Lokuttara Ceta arises, they arise, right? So they arise always together and they arise, they arise together and they arise always. Okay. So it is very strange, right? When they arise with Kamavajra Cetas, they arise one by one. But when they arise with Lokuttara Cetas, they arise all three together. Because the attainment of enlightenment or Magga can eradicate all inclinations towards these wrongdoings once and for all. So they have no occasion to eradicate them one by one. So that is why these three arise together with Lokuttara Cetas. Now, when Magga Citta arises, actually, a person is not refraining from any of the wrongdoings, right? But at that moment, all inclinations towards all, liability towards these evils is destroyed. So since all inclinations towards all these evils are destroyed, they arise together. So with Lokuttara Cetas, there will always be three viritis, and they will arise three altogether. Okay. So Sotapatti Magga first jhana, and there are how many Cetasikas? 36. And those are 13 Anyasamanas, 19 Sobhana Sadharanas, 3 viritis, no Appamanya, but one Panya. So 36. Now first jhana Rupa Vajra, how many Cetasikas? 35. First jhana Magga Ceta, 36, right? Yeah. The difference is viriti and appamanya, right? There are appamanya, no viriti. But here with Lokuttara Cetas, there are viriti but no appamanya. Viritis are 3 and appamanya 2, so there is difference of 1. So 36 Cetasikas with first jhana. Then second jhana, it's easy. Yeah, you take out Vittaka. And with that jhana, you take out Vittaka and Vijara. Fourth jhana, you take out Vittaka, Vijara and Piti. And with fifth jhana, same, Vittaka, Vijara and Piti. Since viritis arise with all Lokuttara Cetas, there is no difference here between fourth and fifth jhana Cetas. So we get 33 Cetasikas for both fourth jhana Ceta and fifth jhana Ceta. So 36, 35, 34, 33, 33. The same with Sagadagami Magga, second column. So there are five Cetas in the second column, right? First jhana, Sagadagami Magga, first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana, fifth jhana. The Cetasikas are the same. 36, 35, 34, 33, 33. The same with Anagami Magga, the third column, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. The same with Arhata Magga, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Then we go to next column, next 4 columns. Phala Cetas, fruition. So there also Sotapatti Phala, first jhana, Sotapatti Phala, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana, fifth jhana. Sakadagami phala, first jhana, second, third, fourth, fifth jhana. Anagami, arhata phala, first, second, third, fourth, fifth jhana. Okay. Now, with first jhana cheta, Sotapati phala, first jhana cheta. How many cetasikas? The same, 36. 13 Anyasamanas, 19 Sopana Sadharanas, and then 3 Viritis and 1 Panya. For second jhana chetas, minus Vitaka. For third jhana chetas, minus Vitaka and Vichara. For fourth jhana chetas, minus Vitaka, Vichara and Piti. And the fifth jhana, same. So here the numbers are the same, 36, 35, 34, 33, 33. So you come to the end of Saṅgaha method. So it may be difficult to memorize, but if you have the chart, it is easy. If you want to memorize, you may do so. Now, and please read the manual also, read the corresponding pages, right? Now, there is one thing, one more method. You have to cheat.
Yeah.
Mixture of two methods, right?
Yeah.
That
Not
not
on manual.
But at least I want you to have a taste of it. Yeah? Mixture of two methods. Now this method is not mentioned in the manual. It is not given in the manual. So it is not taught in the manual. So some people don't have those sheets. This is the mixture of both Sampa Yoga and Saṅgaha. So here it is like what do you call it? Touching your finger with the finger. It is very difficult because it is a mixture of both Sampa Yoga and Saṅgaha method. Or in other words, we find out how many cetasikas arise with a certain cetasika. Not cetasika with ceta, not ceta with cetasika, but cetasika with cetasika. So in order to find that out, we have to mix both methods. We have to find out first how many cetas go along with that cetasika, and then how many cetasikas go along with those cetas. So it is two steps. If you are not familiar with the first two methods, this will be very difficult. But let us try a little of it, right?
Yeah.
Now, how many cetasikas go with phassa? That is the question.
18.
Yeah. So phassa is a cetasika, and we want to know how many cetasikas can arise with phassa, right? In order to know this, first we must find out how many cetas does phassa accompany. Now you all know that phassa accompanies all 89 cetas.
Yeah.
So we get 89 cetas.
Yeah.
Then how many cetasikas arise with 89 cetas? All 52.
All 52.
Right?
Yeah.
So we get 52. But phassa cannot arise with phassa.
Right.
So you take phassa out. So how many
51.
cetasikas left? 51. So we say phassa cetasika arises or can arise with 51 cetasikas. So this is a mixture of two methods. Right? Not so difficult as it seemed before, right?
Yeah. No wonder.
So you look at the sheet, right? Phassa arises with 89 chetas. That is Samyoga method. And with 89 chetas arise 52 cetasikas. That is Saṅgaha method. Therefore, phassa arises with 51 cetasikas. That is 52 minus itself, phassa. So if you know phassa, then you know also Vedana, right? How many cetasikas arise with Vedana? 51. 52 minus Vedana, and so on, right? So with these 7 universals, the same answer. Okay, let's go a little further. Vitakka. Now Vitakka arises with how many chetas?
55.
55 chetas. And how many cetasikas arise with those 55 chetas? Now you can just imagine that there are akusala chetas, right? Among the 55 chetas, there are akusala chetas, there are kusala chetas, there are jhana chetas. And so just by guessing, you can say all 52 cetasikas, and that is right. Then you take out Vitakka, because Vitakka cannot arise with Vitakka. So Vitakka arises with 51 cetasikas. The same with Vichara, right? Vichara arises with 51 cetasikas. Now we come to Adhimokkha. Adhimokkha arises with 50 cetasikas, not 51. Because Adhimokkha and Vicikiccha are incompatible, right? So Adhimokkha can arise with only 50 cetasikas. Or if you can find out by Sampayoga method and Saṅgaha method also. Because Adhimokkha does not arise with Vicikiccha Sampayoga Cheta, I mean the first Mohammulla Cheta, right? Yeah. Then Virya, similar to Phassa or 51 cetasikas. Virya does not arise with seeing consciousness and so on, and some paticana santirana, right? So it arises with kusala, and it arises with akusala chetas, and also jhana and other chetas. So all 52 cetasikas arise with the chetas. So Virya arises with 51 cetasikas. Piti. Can piti arise with domanasa?
No.
No. Dosa, isa, machari and kukuja. They arise with dosa only, dosa mula chitta only. So they can never arise with piti. And then Vicikiccha arises with first mohamula chitta only, and that is accompanied by upekha. Right. So 52 minus 4, 5, and itself piti 6. 52 minus 6, we get 46 cetasikas. Okay, the last one, chanda. Chanda does not arise with Vicikiccha, right? Vicikiccha, first mohamula cheta. And it also does not arise with ahituka chetas. But it arises with akusala chetas and kusala chetas. So actually it arises with almost all cetasikas, except Vicikiccha. So it arises with 50 cetasikas. That means 52 minus Vicikiccha and chanda itself. So this way you find out how many cetasikas can arise with a certain cetasika. And this is called the mixture of two methods. And so this method was introduced by a Burmese, a very learned Burmese teacher. He wrote a book on Abhidhammattha-saṅgaha, and he introduced this method. It's very good for those who want to familiarize themselves thoroughly with Jeta Cetasika combinations. So the first two methods are good, but if you can do the mixture method also, then you become very thoroughly familiar with Jeta Cetasika combination. That means you memorize all methods, not looking at the chart and giving the answers. Okay, I think we come to the end of the second chapter today. Now these Cetasikas are actually very interesting, and in the manual, for each Cetasika, the characteristic, function, mode of manifestation, and proximate causes are given, right? So they are very interesting, and among them, the proximate cause is most interesting. I mean, why? Why? Now, what we call emotions, what nowadays are called emotions, are all among these 52 Cetasikas. Lobha, dosa, right? So, then you want to deal with these emotions, what to do? You find out what causes them, and then attack them or treat those causes, right? Yeah. So the knowledge of proximate causes of some of the Cetasikas can help you in your daily life, in your life. It can give you a good result. So they are very interesting. Even though if you cannot study all four of them, at least you study two of them. Characteristic, the first one, and the proximate cause, the last one. If you cannot study the proximate cause, the characteristics is a must. You must understand the characteristic of each and every Cetasika. Say, Phassa has a characteristic of what you call impinging on the object. Vedana has a characteristic of experiencing or enjoying the object, and so on. So at least, please try to remember the characteristics of all these Cetasikas. And if you can do a little more, then the proximate cause. And still more, all four of them. Okay, now.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Now today, you see these two monks, they are from Tampulu, and there are two gentlemen back there with white dresses. They come from Mexico, and they come here to study Abhidhamma with me, and I'm teaching them Abhidhamma, a crash course in Tampulu. First, I plan to teach them at the monastery, but now we cannot have the classes or say gatherings at the monastery, and so I give them choice, either at the Tathagata Center or Tampulu, and they prefer Tampulu. So I was there, and I came over here today. So there are altogether now 10 of them. Imagine people from Mexico interested, already they are Buddhists and interested in both Abhidhamma and Vipassana. Actually, not only interested, they have been practicing Vipassana for years with teachers from Thailand. And now they want to study Abhidhamma more, and so I'm teaching them Abhidhamma now. So they drove me here, and so I will go back to Tampulu tomorrow, and then next week I will come back. So what I want to say is, Abhidhamma is spreading. First, it is spreading among you people. Say, most of you are Vietnamese people, and then now it is spreading towards south of United States, right? And I'm very excited about it because I'm lucky that I have this monk Unandisena with me. He's from Argentina, and so he speaks the same language as they speak, Spanish. So I'm teaching through him, because there are some people who don't understand English. So with the interpreter, translator, I'm teaching them Abhidhamma. Maybe they will pass you. Because I'm teaching them twice a day. No weekend. No day off.
It's a great competition.
Today I taught them 12 Akusala Chetas, and I let them say the Chetas one by one, like they are children. I hope you can say those Chetas now. Okay, so I'm very glad about that. Okay, say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Em chạy đường xa xa.
Strange.
So now you have 10 days in time.
Yeah.
You just have a new baby girl. Oh, congratulations. Stop
That's another thing. Right? Yeah. I don't have something like this. These are the changes. These mean these So by looking at it, by memorizing it, this is where Somanasa or this is about. And we have to find out from this. Because I cannot give it here in this chart. So
where do you find the reference? Is it in the book?
the first chapter.
Also, to find out whether or not they get something prompted or unprompted.
Yeah, in the manual.
Okay.
Yes. You don't have the book yet?
I like that. What issue they write? You can reserve a copy.
This is the first time that I came here. Yes, I know. You told me before. I will start coming. Now we will come every Tuesday. Before we didn't have
Otherwise, he may have a copy from Sarah. Sarah will make a copy.
Oh yeah.
Because God knows the way.
Scanning, yes, but